The Railway to Kakia, 9211. By
Part-time Tales.
Kareema quickly rushed over to the hallway entrance, wrapping her arms around the old woman's back, standing just to her side with concern written all over her face.
माँ, आप ठीक हो?
Kareema asked. The old woman slightly gestured her cane toward the couple as they stood there confused.
ये कौन है? माँ, ये हमारे मेहमान है। याद है? हमने कुछ और पैसे बनाने के लिए हमारे कमरे भाड़े पर दिए हैं।
Kareema replied. The old woman looked at her daughter, offended, and began to yell.
मुझे पता है, मैं इतनी भी बूढ़ी नहीं हुई हूँ। ये तुम्हें भूत के बारे में क्यों पूछ रहे हैं?
As the two of them exchanged words in the foreign language, Cara leaned into her boyfriend's shoulder. Do you have any idea what they're saying? Noah shook his head. No, but I think it's Hindi. The old woman then picked up her cane and began to shake it at her daughter.
वो तुम्हारे घर में रहकर बदतमीजी कर रहे हैं और जानकारी के लिए पैसे देने के लिए तैयार है।
Kareema looked at the very naive young couple with concern and then turned her attention back to her mother, asking in the most desperate way possible.
माँ, क्या आपको यकीन है?
The old woman put the handle of the cane in her daughter's face and, with the most intense words that neither of them could understand, spoke each word with a gesture of the walking stick.
उन्होंने तुम्हें भूत प्रेत के बारे में पूछा। तुम्हारे पति की मौत के बारे में जानने के बावजूद। ये हमारी बेइज्जती है। अभी उन्हें उसके बारे में बताओ और उनसे पैसे लो। नहीं तो मैं तुम्हें इस लाठी से मारूंगी।
Kareema bit her lip and swallowed, then turned her attention back to the young couple. She smiled very graciously as she approached them, placing her palms together. If I could tell you of a place only known by locals, but only truly understood by a few, that I guarantee will get you, how do they say, good content. What would that be worth to you? Both their eyes widened, very intrigued by what was just proposed. Cara, looking at Noah and realizing he was about to blurt nonsense out, thrust her hand over his mouth and began to negotiate. Well, let's say you propose a figure, and if we can, we will. Kareema smiled confidently and replied, 41,000 rupees. The two of them stood, struck by the number, but before Cara could reply, Noah quickly removed her hand from his mouth. 41,000 rupees? That's like $500. Kareema, still smiling, just shrugged her shoulders, awaiting a yes or no. Noah, looking visibly angry, started to say, that's bull. Cara jumped back in, knowing her boyfriend's temper, and quickly took control of the negotiation. What would $500 buy us? Noah, still visibly annoyed, looked at Cara and immediately began to calm down, realizing it wouldn't hurt to hear her out. He turned his attention back towards Kareema as she began to slowly move about the room in a very controlled fashion. Well, what if I could tell you of a place that I guarantee none of your subscribers or anyone else on your YouTube has ever heard of, much less seen? Kareema paused, letting the intrigue build. A place so unique, so frightening, that I guarantee you'll have content that no one on the internet has ever seen. A truly chilling place. And you'll be the first to ever show it to the world. The two of them watched as Kareema stopped moving, standing like a statue in the middle of the room, indicating there was nothing else to say. She was simply waiting for their reply. They leaned into each other and began whispering back and forth, trying to carefully gauge their host and move forward with the best tactical decision for the sensitive negotiations. Noah then stood upright and, in the most firm yet intelligent display he could muster, blurted out, "What if this is BS?" Cara just rolled her eyes, saying nothing. The three of them let the long pause fill the room when, as if everyone had forgotten she was there, the old woman's voice broke the silence.
उन्हें बोलो कि अगर वो निराश हुए, तो हम उन्हें उनके पैसे वापस दे देंगे।
Kareema smiled at her mother and turned her attention back to the young couple, moving in for the negotiating kill. She said if you're not satisfied when you get back, we'll return the money. Noah, shocked at the proposal, replied, just like that? Kareema nodded. The two looked at each other one last time, both nodding in agreement. Noah grabbed Kareema's extended hand and began to shake it. You got a deal, miss. Kareema laughed at the naivety of this very young foreigner. No, the money, she snapped, pulling her hand back and extending it again. Noah, looking visibly dumbfounded, began to count the cash. Cara chimed in with one final question. So, where is this place? Kareema remained silent with her hand still extended, not willing to say a single word until she had been paid. After properly counting out the correct amount, Noah slapped the money into her hand. There you go, 41,700 rupees and some change. $500. Kareema grasped the money in both hands. She nodded her head, preparing to answer Cara's question. But with one last look of hesitation, she turned to her mother. The old woman smiled for the first time and spoke to her daughter.
बेटी, तुमने हमारे घर को आशीर्वाद दिया है। शुक्रगुजार रहो। हम दोनों जानते हैं कि वो जरूर होंगी।
The old woman then slowly turned away and proceeded down the hallway. With a final faint sound, she said clear as day in English, "Have fun, you two," and began to lightly laugh.